Howdy mates, good morning. Here's a part 2 video at the Lover's Key State Park. But as part of this video, while I was walking along the trail here, I noticed that we have this beloved right here. Some of you may know what it already is, but for those of you who don't, this is something known as the Gumbo Limbo Tree. Now, in terms of why it's called that, I couldn't tell you. I mean, personally, when I hear gumbo, it's like, okay, is there any soup? I don't see any. But yes, the Gumbo Limbo is indeed a native tree found in coastal hammocks. And according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, aka the USDA, Florida is the only state that grows Gumbo Limbo trees. Because then you can also find it in other parts of the Caribbean as well. So it's very much a tropical tree. Now, the best part is oftentimes this is also called the tourist tree, because as you can see, if you look real closely at the bark, you can see that it is, I'm going to say it, it's rather appealing, isn't it? But yes, the tree naturally peels layers. So with that being said, you know, for many tourists who are not used to tropical environments, they do the same thing. They peel, just like a snake. So that's another name that the tree is given. And you know what the most ironic part is? The bark and the oils that come from this tree has actually been used as a means of providing sunburn relief. So it's quite ironic, I think. Good song by Alanis Morissette, by the way. So oftentimes, once they have a chance to establish, these can actually grow quite tall in height. So probably this one, you know, just based off of an initial glance, it's probably about 30 to 40 feet tall. They can even reach 60 feet. So I mean, it's actually quite remarkable. But in addition to, the Gumbo Limbo tree has also been used to help treat certain conditions such as dysentery and even urinary infections too. So it even has medicinal value as well. And here's what's even better. Prior to plastics being, you know, a common staple for materials, it was actually the Gumbo Limbo tree, you know, based on its light weight, yet still being dense. It was actually used as a means of constructing the carousel horses, you know, that you commonly ride on. They used the same exact materials for the carousels. So it's actually quite neat to think about. However, though, once plastics became more common, this tree was used less and less. So most likely, you have to look at some of the really old carousel horses to actually see and feel this material. And then here's another kicker. Based on how lightweight the tree is, many model airplane enthusiasts, that wood has also been commonly referred to as balsa wood, just because of its very light material. So it's even ideal for making models as well. And it's very, what you call, malleable, which is just a fancy way of saying flexible. So it's had quite a few uses, whether it be medicinal or even commercial as well. And the Seminoles have even used it for making bowls as well, like for their meals, because it's easy to work with. But yeah, you can practically find these just about anywhere in South Florida. And yeah, this is a young one. And the cool thing is too, you can literally grow these directly from seed as well. And it usually, you know, based on some of these trees, it may have only just taken a few years to grow, because their growth rate is actually relatively constant and quick, as long as the conditions are right. And they're actually very tolerant too when it comes to drought and even having very sandy soil. But yeah, mates, it's the Gumbo Limbo Tree. And they also even produce berries as well as it gets into the fall season. So it's even valuable for wildlife, our fellow homies in addition. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that little piece. So far though, these trails are actually quite impressive, you know, just as I mentioned in my last video, just mentioning, you know, we're in essentially a maritime hammock, and you even get to see some canals as well. Crazy to think, like, where I'm standing, you know, if it wasn't for the state park system stepping in, this would also be completely developed as well. Wouldn't surprise me if it were an HOA. Honestly, it's just best for me to not mention about how I feel when it comes to HOAs. Better to just keep that rather silent. It's alright, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your Sunday. And Journey on a Journey is once again outwards. Take care, folks. See ya.